Welcome back to the Utah State Dynasty here on EA College Football 25. We will be starting Tyson Stewart in this game. I've thought about it. To me, he is just a little bit more mobile, and our offensive line is not the best. And worst case is we bench him for Spencer Petras. But to me, I think he's a senior. We kind of see what he can do, and he's okay, but he's not the best. But Tyson Stewart, only with 77 speed, still, like, the fact that he's a lot quicker compared to the other two quarterbacks, it gives more dynamic to our offense. And I'm hoping with Mountain West play starting this episode, we can run the ball more as well. We head to the world-famous blue turf to open up Mountain West competition against the Boise State Broncos. As we start off here, Tyson Stewart going to play his first start. Briggs Jr., he's going to get a gain of 1 there. Pretty even. They are 81 across the board. We are basically 80 besides our defense overall. Tyson Stewart gets absolutely obliterated in the backfield. They sent the house on that one. As it's going to be 3rd and 16 for the sophomore. Quantavious Beekman just dropped it. Now, the Boise State Broncos, led by former USC and top recruit in all of high school football, Malachi Nelson, goes to work as he's going to pick up a first down there. Redshirt freshman, by the way. He redshirted last year, transferred out from USC here to Boise State, as we're going to hand off to, one of the best running backs in the country, 10-5 touchdown, just like that. 2 plays, 63 yards, and a tutty. Briggs Jr., he's going to cut. Beautiful run. That's Tyson Stewart. He's going to do no huddle. Stadium pulse isn't too crazy. Briggs Jr., he's going to fumble the ball. Man, oh man. Just like that. Malachi Nelson and the Broncos offense back to work. Francisco with the pick. Down to the 40, across the 50, 40. Down to the 30-yard line. That's what we want needed. You'll love to see it. Now we need to get points off of this opportunity. Tyson Stewart gets lifted up in the air for a loss of 4. We need to come away with points on this drive after the great defensive play. Brock Lane, he's going to pick up a good chunk of change there to make it 3rd and 6. As it's going to be 3rd and 6 now. Tyson Stewart in shotgun. He's going to roll out. We could have gotten more, but we're going to take the first down. I like it. We could have thrown it to Beekman. We could have thrown it to Royals. But instead, Tyson just uses his legs to get the first. Briggs Jr. is going to pick up a gain of 6 there. As now it's going to be 2nd and 4. Here, Stewart rolling out. Throwing it to Briggs Jr. Briggs. Thankfully hangs on to the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 2 at the 11-yard line. Stewart. He's going to see the opening, slides, gets the first. And now it is 1st and goal at the 4. Briggs Jr. to the sidelines, touchdown. Aggies. Now Malachi Nelson and the Broncos offense back in action. Great stop by Sloan. Fumble! Let's go. Sloan picks it up as well. Senior from California with the huge play. Back-to-back turnovers from the Aggies. There you go. I'll take that. To me, that's better than a sack or whatever the other. Just trying to pass it to Lane, but it got hit by Briggs Jr., but 3rd and 10 at the 41-yard line. Tyson Stewart is going to give it to Brock Lane, who's going to pick up the chain. Or move the chains to make it a 1st and 10 as the Aggies are going to go into a huddle here. To Robert Briggs Jr., who's going to bounce it outside. Cuts back in, down to the 18-yard line. 6 carries for 36 yards and a touchdown for Robert Briggs Jr. Robert Briggs, he's going to try to cut. Gets about 3 there. Now at the 15-yard line. I don't like this play. Stewart's going to call an audible. Foshin. Probably didn't say it right, but he's going to get the 1st and goal. Gain of 11. Stewart with Beekman in motion. Beekman the touch pass. Beekman tries to get in. But gain of 0 there. Tyson Stewart's going to call an audible for Briggs Jr. Briggs, he's going to get into the end zone for a 2nd touchdown. So now, up by 7, what can Malachi Nelson and the Broncos offense do? Can we cause another turnover? We already have 2 on the day. As Pearson laying down the wood for Ashton Jeffrey, who has the 1 touchdown. Other than that, besides the opening drive, the Broncos have not done anything. So it's going to be a 3rd and 6 now. Jameis Dubar was there on the carry, as it's going to be 3rd and 6 at their own 40. Malachi Nelson. What a play by Ike Larson. It's going to force another 3 and out here, as the Broncos will punt. Bowman is going to let it. It's going to be a touchback. As now Tyson Stewart and the Aggie offense up. Briggs is going to pick up 5 there. 9 carries for 46 yards and 2 touchdowns for the junior running back. As Lane's going to go in motion. It's going to be another zone to Briggs. He's only going to pick up 2 there. As now it's 3rd and 3 at the 27-yard line. Tyson Stewart there. Briggs, he's going to pick up the 1st and then some. Way to go. As it is going to be 1st and 10 now. Stewart, play action. Stewart to Beekman. Incomplete. Maybe could have been a late hit. Saw kind of a late hit there, but it is what it is. Stewart now. Tyson Stewart, he's going to take off, get about 4, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter here. Start of the 2nd quarter here. 3rd and 6 here at the Aggie 37-yard line. Beekman. Oh, he caught it. Down. It kind of glitched through. That's why I wasn't excited at first. It didn't look like he got it, but he got it. 6 of 10 for 69 yards for Tyson Stewart so far. No interceptions as well. Robert Briggs, he's going to pick up 6 there. Lemon carries 54 yards and 2 touchdowns for Mr. Briggs Jr. Stewart. To Jaden Royals. Down to the 3-yard line. As now it's 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Trying to get in. Not quite. As now it's 2nd and goal at the 3. Gain of nothing. Stewart. The touch pass to Beekman. Beekman bouncing it outside. Touchdown Aggies. We have a 14-point lead in Boise, Idaho on the road. Absolutely huge. As only going to pick up 2. Besides that 50-yard run, we've kind of shut down so far the Boise State running game, as it is going to pick up a decent amount as well. 5 carries, 59 yards. as it's 3rd and 4 at the 42 for Malachi Nelson. Does Pearson get it? No, Pearson stops him for 4th and inches. I'm just trying to see if they'll go for it. Shout out Pearson for stopping him. As another 3-and-out forced by this Aggie defense. As now Tyson Stewart and the gang. They're going to come up. Robert Briggs, he's going to bounce it. Huge gain of 6. 12 carries for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns for the junior running back as Stewart. He's going to hit Brock Lane. Brock Lane, he's going to pick up the first and a little bit more as well. As now it's going to be 1st and 10. Stewart. The speed option to Briggs. Briggs is going to cut. Gets the first down and then some. 13 carries for 72 yards. Without a doubt, the best running performance so far of this young season for the Aggies. It's now Foshan, who's the original starting running back. He's going to pick up about 12 to 13 yards there, as now Briggs is back in the game. Tries to pick up something, only gets a gain of 1. 13 carries, 73 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns for Briggs Jr. Oh, almost, but he was hit as he was thrown. As that is going to be 3rd and 9 at the 27 for Tyson Stewart and the crew. Beekman goes up and gets it. Touchdown, Aggies. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here at the 50-yard line for Mr. Malachi Nelson. 3rd and 6. I accidentally forgot to press play for the first down, so that's my bad. As we're almost here at the 2-minute warning. As they do pick up the first. 28-7 Utah. As Malachi Nelson does not have a lot of passing yards this game. Oh, what a dot. Larson's going to get there on the tackle. Prince Stratton. Either way, picked up a huge chunk of change there. Pearson. What a play on the tight end. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here at the 14-yard line. Really the first trip for Boise in the red zone. As he's going to almost plow his way through. Ashton Gentry, that is his first reception, and it was going to be a gain of 13. As he's going to get in there for his 2nd touchdown. 22 rushing attempts for the Aggies. 3 touchdowns as well. To Jaden Royals. Royals, he's going to pick up the first and then some. One of our best playmakers for a reason. Huge gain. As well as the clock is now ticking. We do have all 3 timeouts as well. Tyson Stewart. He's going to try to hit Beekman. Almost, but incomplete. I don't hate that shot. Beekman, he's been good today. He has been really good today coming out of the slot, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 here as Stewart. Royals almost, but 3 guys around him. Now, Boise State, they scored. We had a 3-and-out for, I believe, the first time, maybe second in this game. Oh, no. Oh, you got to be kidding me. 10-5 touchdown, and just like that, Boise State's right back in this ball game. So let's see what we can do. We don't have a lot of time, as Beekman is going to get the touch pass. Beekman, he's going to get to the 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Beekman That's why we have him. He may not have the best stats overall, but he's one of the quickest guys, and he showed his speed there. With 5 seconds left, Malachi Nelson in Boise State trying to put something together. And we get the sack to end the half, 35-21. Great start, kind of stopping Boise State's momentum. Let's see if we can hold on to this lead in the second half. As we start off the second half here, on defense, Malachi Nelson and the Broncos are trying to get a comeback here. Oh, Ike Larson almost there, but we'll take the second down. That was a great play. Maybe it was Ike Larson. Well, it probably was, but either way, 3rd and 7 as they're calling no huddle. As Malachi Nelson gets back to the line, great coverage there. As seems like they're trying to pick up the tempo here in the second half, get the Aggie defense off guard. And so far it's working because they just picked up a good chunk of change as now Gentry has now over 100 yards on the ground. He has all 3 of their touchdowns, 2 through the air, or 2 on the ground, 1 in the air or receiving. And I'm kind of surprised that they're not using him as much because he's been absolutely killing us. Oh, we almost got him. Larson fumble. Let's go. Harris picks it up. Stay on your feet. Oh, what are you doing? Let's go. Forces the second fumble. 3rd turnover by this Aggie defense. Let's go. There's now Tyson Stewart in the offense. Trying to preserve this lead. Briggs trying to cut. Only gets 3 there. 15 carries, 76 yards. Nothing super crazy. Stewart gets pressured there. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 here. Stewart. Nowhere to go, and he gets sacked as the Broncos force a 3 and out with their first defensive possession. And Sloan with the sack. Loss of 6. Huge game for the defense. 3 takeaways. We had a couple of takeaways last game, and we basically almost give it right back with that run. Gentry is absolutely phenomenal. Our run defense has not been the best at all. Ooh, what a play. Is now Nelson and the boys calling an absolute audible. Having all the wide receivers shift and everything. It's going to be a handoff. 3 Aggies there for a gain of 3. He has 93 yards. Gentry does. 93 receiving yards, 130 something on the ground. Oh, what a great effort, but Boise State, they're not going down quietly. As let's see if we can get something going here on offense. Tyson Stewart in the offense. Briggs Jr., he's going to try to cut, only gets 3. As this has definitely been his career game so far. Stewart tries to throw it, but it's going to be incomplete. He tried to roll out, but nothing was working there. As you hate to see it, but it's going to be 3rd and 7. Jaden Royals, he's not going to pick up the first, and interesting choice. But we get the first. Kind of a gamble, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. And Marcus Brooks realizes that Boise State has all the momentum. He's got to keep it out of Malachi Nelson's hands. That's a gain of 2 there. As it's going to be 2nd and 8 as the third quarter, is winding down. Brock Lane almost gets it, but it's going to be incomplete. 6 deflections by the Broncos defense. Tyson Stewart 5 wide. To Hastretta, only his 3rd catch of the season, and it's a big one. 248 through the air for Tyson Stewart. Stewart is going to look on the sidelines. Thought it was going to be an audible, but he's going to give it to Briggs. Briggs is going to cut up, picks up 12-ish yards there as they're just grounding and pounding it. Stewart to Briggs. Briggs, he's going to pick up the first and then some again. Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. As he has 106 yards on the ground. Longest carry was 13. Nothing super crazy. But it's getting the job done. Brock Lane, motion. Again to Briggs. Briggs is going to almost pick up the first gain of 8. As Stewart is going to have Beekman in motion. You already know the jet touch pass. Beekman is going to almost get it outside, but it's going to be 1st and goal. As Stewart's going to call an audible. Stewart. Hand off to Briggs. Briggs gets in for another rushing touchdown. It's 42-28. We are piling on here in Boise, Idaho. As Malachi Nelson, bunch of Aggies, but he's not going to get there. Obviously, with the sacks, with the rushes and everything, he only has, after that huge run, he has -1 yard. Larson tries to tackle, but they're going to pick up a good chunk of change there. As the third quarter is winding down here, obviously, they can't really take their time with the score. So they're going to hand it off, and this will be the end of the third quarter, 42-28, Utah State. As we start the fourth quarter here, 42-28, Utah State over Boise State on the road. The fact that we've put up this amount of points on the road, caused the turnovers that we have caused, I'm pretty impressed. I'm not going to lie. As Malachi Nelson is going to hand it off, a bunch of Aggies there for only a gain of 2. 146 on the ground. He does have like a 50-yard run. But besides that, we've kind of somewhat shut him down on the run game in terms of big plays. He's just been their entire offense. Literally. He has 3 total touchdowns. He's just an absolute beast. Jordan Vincent knocking that out. As they are in the red zone in Aggie territory. Jordan Vincent there on the tackle as well with Sheldon Jr. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Can we get another stop here? As it's a handoff. We're going to get the stop. Don't know why they ran the ball, but hey, I'm not the CPU. As it is 4th and 5 at the 14-yard line. Malachi Nelson has all day. Dean with the sack. Let's go. Marlon Dean with the sack. Robert Briggs. He's going to get a good handoff. Robert Briggs is done. He has 22 carries, over 100 yards. Oh, loss of 2 on that play. He did his job. He did his job as the workhorse. As now it is 3rd and... Oh, the first pick of the game. No. It's going to be a pick six. Oh, we should have not. That was a stupid throw. I didn't like that play. I should have audibled out of it. But Briggs, he's going to pick up 5, as now it is 2nd and 5. We got the senior back in. It's why I didn't start him, because he's just not as explosive. He did have like he's just more of like a, I don't want to call him a bell cow, but like he's just very much Micah Davis. He's going to pick up the first and then some down the sideline. He had 3 catches last game. That was his first catch of the day today. I know we got to get him more involved. Brock Lane is going to pick up 8 there. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, a pick 6. But overall, Tyson Stewart has done great. Micah Davis with the jet sweep, touch pass, picks up the first. Say what you want. Say what you want about Tyson Stewart. He has done phenomenal today. To Beekman, almost, but I think if he did not have it on the run, if he wasn't throwing on the run, I think that would have been an absolute dime. Like right there to Micah Davis, who's going to cut up 10-5. Touchdown, Aggies. 49-35. There's no defense involved in this series so far. Yes, we've had a couple of turnovers, but really, we have not locked people down. Jordan Vincent's there. See, like 3 catches, 106 yards. This man has over 200 total yards himself. Absolute monster. As Nelson, he's going to keep on audibling for some reason. Oh, come on, man. I tried to with Dickerson. It just switched last minute and made me stop. Otherwise, maybe would have got the pick. But I also kind of see this as kind of garbage time stats for Malachi Nelson and this offense, as it's going to be 1st and 10. Jordan Vincent tries to get the tackle. Now they're doing no huddle as well, as this might be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Who knows? As Nelson doing a bunch of stuff. Ooh, oh, here we go. Here's the touchdown. Oh. This is a very important drive for Tyson Stewart and the offense. And look at that. Picks up a good gain and calls a timeout. You'll love to see it. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Really, a first down and then some would help. Yep. Calls a timeout. We need to pick up a first down. First down, we win the ball game. Basically. Look at that. Timeout. Let's go. We get the victory. 49-42. Checking out the stats for Utah State. Tyson Stewart, he did have the pick 6, but look at 4 touchdowns, 332 yards. I thought he was very impressive. Rushing. Briggs. Maybe we shouldn't give him as many carries, but 23 carries, 129, 728, 7 and 3 for Tyson. Receiving. Beekman, 6 receptions, 153 and 3, 4 and 34, 3 and 57. Royals only had 3 catches as well. Defensively, we only gave up 1 sack. Defense, couple of tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, and 1 pick as well. As Rodney Robinson had 14 tackles and a pick 6, he was named national player, and Quantavious Beekman had just balled out. So shout out to them. Also shout out to just the Mountain West representing National Players of the Week as well. The next episode, we are back home to take on the UNLV Rebels as we take a look at the coaching contract. The target wins were 5, and we've already halfway totaled the last 2 years, 6 and 7. So far, we're good. I hope you've enjoyed this series as much as I have. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also hit a like on the video as well. Let me know your thoughts about this game and the series in general. Until next time, you guys have a good one. Peace.